How are we doing, everybody? Welcome back to Unitedverse, everybody. I am your host, Sean. Happy Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. However it is you guys are celebrating this season, I just want to thank you for stopping by. Hope that you are being safe, spending time with friends and family. And if you're not, that's okay too. We're here for you. Thank you for joining me tonight. A little bit of a different video tonight. I do enjoy just chatting about football with you guys so much, but it's hard to find time to talk about football related stuff that isn't a match preview or match reaction and stuff right now, because there's just so many matches, right? We're not been having a time to just slow down. We've done some fun videos in the past, right? We put together that all-time United starting 11. We talked about Ruben Amorim's system. We rated transfer windows and things. So wanted to do another video like that. We have time tonight. I'll do the match preview for the Wolves match tomorrow, so keep a lookout for that one. I know it's Christmas Eve, but I'm going to throw that one up tomorrow. But tonight, I'm in a little bit of a festive spirit, which is very rare for me. If you know me, I'm not usually a holiday person, but I felt like getting into it this year for you guys. I thought it'd be fun to do a little bit of a Christmas stream, do some trivia, maybe do some Q&A. I have some questions that I'll present to all of you. Feel free to ask some questions of your own, get involved in the chat as well. But aside from the questions I have to present, I have some presents to present. Yes, Santa Claus did swing by the studio. He did leave a couple of presents for some lucky members of the Unitedverse Everybody community. So we are doing a bonus Christmas Q&A giveaway tonight as well. So like the video, please. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on future giveaways. And the best way to get involved in the giveaways is just to get involved in the channel. Get involved in the chats, subscribe, get involved in the comments. Put your name out there. If you guys have been a part of the recent giveaways you've seen, I put all those names in a big wheel. We spin them all live together, and we see the winner and we celebrate it. Danny B already getting involved in the chat. Big up, my friend. Happy Christmas. Just driving down to Jersey to the in-laws. Well, be safe, man. Hopefully you have a good holiday with the in-laws. Justin, what is good, my guy? I tried to call you earlier. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. And tell Lauren and Cheeks and Ellie Bug, Merry Christmas from Uncle Sean. Justin, I tried to call you earlier because Christmas came early for us too. So obviously, if you guys follow along, Justin and I are going to be back in Manchester in about a month or so. But Justin, we're going to the FA Youth Cup game on Friday the 17th while we're there. So after a little bit of miscommunication, a little bit of clarification, the match we were going to go to got rescheduled, but the FA Youth Cup game is now on that Friday. So we are going to the Youth Cup game, my friend. We are going to watch the academy play in the Youth Cup. It's going to be a blast. So, Box, welcome, man. How are you doing? Merry Christmas, everybody getting involved. So, feel free to get involved. It's just a fun, kind of lighthearted video tonight. Like I said, a little bit of trivia, a little bit of Q&A. Then we'll be doing some giveaways. I've got a couple of giveaways for everybody. So, Justin is getting pumped. Yeah, man, I had to just verify because the way they explained it to me in the email was a little confusing. Made it sound like there was no game at all, but there is a game Friday. So we are going, my guy. 4 games, 4 days. We're just football every day. So let's start with a little bit of transfer news because that's always fun, right? Tonight's also a little bit of a news roundup, aside from the giveaway. So starting with a little bit of the left side. There are reports coming out today that AC Milan left back Theo Hernandez will be leaving the Italian club sooner than later. Those rumors are picking up steam. We keep getting linked to him too. We've been linked today again. Would you take Theo Hernandez at the club? I really like Theo Hernandez a lot. I think he's a world-class left back, a very attack-minded, he's got it. He is instantly among the best players in our squad if he comes in. I included him in that video a while back. Remember when we were looking at Luke Shaw replacements? I included him and Federico DiMarco as like my pipe dream kind of signings for that position. I just didn't think it was possible, right? That's why I call them pipe dreams. But I could have been wrong. It seems I could be wrong. Reports coming from Sport Witness claim that there is tension between Hernandez and their manager, and the chances of him leaving are very, very high now. Maybe we could send Dallo back to Milan in a swap. Maybe that could be like a match made in heaven. Dallo was on loan there. Remember, we played them in Europe. He seemed to do very well. I think he could do a good job. Would you guys take that swap deal? Justin's 4 games in 4 nights. Yeah, man, it's gonna be insane, dude. Not enough Guinness in the world. They need to just fill that canal. Speaking of canal, did y'all see the crazy news that there was some mice droppings found at Old Trafford? Now, to be fair, if you've ever been to Old Trafford, it is not a fortress, right? It's not like a restaurant or some sort of storefront or hospital where it's closed in. You could literally just walk right in, and literally, the canal is like 50 yards away. The railway is literally like you could spit and hit the railway. Like mice, birds, pigeons, it's all going to get in there. It's just the way it is. So I'm not surprised. And furthermore, again, the owners haven't improved the stadium in a long time. So I'm not surprised. I'm not freaking out about it like everyone else seems to want to do right now, because right now seems to be the season to pile on United. But I'm not surprised, because you can literally, the only place you can't walk into if you just go on a regular day, even on a non-match day, is like the actual inside the stadium itself, like the pitch and stand, and then like the suites and the offices. You can walk around the tunnel, you can go to Munich, you can do anything. It's pretty cool. So the Teo Hernandez, would you take him? Would you not? Would you be open maybe to a swap deal involving Diogo Dallo? I did put that caption post out there earlier. On to some other transfer news. So Fakaches is reporting that United are moving fast to sign Nico Williams, obviously Athletic Bilbao's young Spanish winger. He and Lamine Yamal were kind of owning the Euros a little bit. He's got a £48 million release clause. Apparently, United are reportedly willing to pay that. Very much like for like when it comes to Marcus Rashford. But the question is like for like with Rashford what we need? Do we need another young, fast winger, or do we need to be looking more at what we need for this system? You guys let me know. Do you think Nico Williams fits? Would you take Nico Williams? I know he's very highly rated. It's kind of gone a little quiet this year, but I like him. But is he what we need? Should we be looking more at the wingback, the tens? You guys let me know your thoughts. Box says, not sure about Nico Williams. I'm totally sure that he's a good player, and he's a really good young player, but we already have a young winger in Garnacho, so I don't really feel like we need. And then again, we don't really play with wingers, and so it's just a question of, is he going to play? Are we going to try to turn him into a 10? Or is, like, to me, that seems like a Glazer kind of signing, but I mean, that's why I'm asking you guys. So Box would like a proper 10. We need a couple proper 10s. We really do, because the system uses 2. We really only have 1 that can stay fit. Ericsson's on his way out. Mount can't stay fit. Ahmad, I don't really like him there anymore. I wanted to try it. We tried it out a couple matches, and both those matches he hasn't been as effective as I feel like he has been when he's on the wing. But that's why I'm here. I want to know you guys' thoughts. Yay, nay, Teo Hernandez. Yay, nay, Nico Williams. Speaking of more nay or yay, Sasha Tavalieri, say that one again, has reported today, I think he's a German journalist, he's reported today that United have already made contact with the representatives of Victor Osimhen. Personal terms are also reportedly not an issue. The hardest part, according to Tavalieri, is Napoli. So he's on loan at Galatasaray. He's still a Napoli player. Napoli still want around 60 to like 62 million pounds for Osimhen. United are ready to pay that, reportedly, according to the report. But I do feel like any business that we do in January at all is going to, like, especially something like that. Maybe not someone like Nipan or something, but someone like this. That's going to depend on what happens with Rashford. Could also depend on what happens to another winger that's been in the doghouse recently, and that is Alejandro Garnacho. So, Caught Offside reports that an unnamed European club are interested in signing Alejandro Garnacho on loan with a £60 million option to buy. That kind of came out of nowhere today. I saw that a couple hours ago. Because here we are talking for a week now about what to do if we sell Rashford. How do we replace Rashford? Remember, we did those videos. Now we also may have to consider the possibility that we could lose both Rashford and Garnacho. Again, like we just spoke about regarding Nico Williams, do they fit the system? Does Garnacho have it in him to learn and adapt? Does he have the humility, the coachability, the teachability, the maturity to do that? I don't know. Maybe the club is just tired of both of them. Maybe Garnacho has not been, it's not the first time last week that He's had some disciplinary issues. Maybe the club are just really trying to send a hard message. I don't know. It is a big chunk of change if we do sell both him and Rashford. They are academy products. They are a lot of profit, but also means we might have to replace them, right? We can't just get rid of two starting 11 players without replacing them, especially in January. But you guys let me know what you think. Let me jump in here in the chat. Danny B says anything is better than what we have. Danny is straight up garage sailing this club right now. He is. Everybody's got a price. He's out. He's out for blood. Bach says I'd like Osimhen and Kvara. Yeah, that would be the dream, right? Getting Kvara done. I think he could come in and be perfect Rashford replacement. He'd cost a lot of money though. If we sold both Garnacho and Rashford, Box and we just only got Kvara, but we couldn't get him until the summer. Is that something you'd want? Sell Rashford and Garnacho in January. Have to wait till the summer to get a player like that. Let me know. Box says, can we give them Rashford, Anthony, Xerxes, Dallo in the turn? They'd still ask for another 100 mil. Danny says, straight 60 to 70 deal, no loan to buy. Fuck that, yeah. Again, that doesn't say who the club is. Could be anybody. He could go back to Atletico. Maybe it's a Barcelona thing. Who knows? But somebody with some money to throw around. Maybe it's like Juve, or maybe it's AC Milan. Maybe we could swap Garnacho for Teo Hernandez. Maybe he could go hang out, compete with Rafael Leao. But interesting, a lot of transfer stuff coming out today. A lot of stuff coming out the last couple of days with United. It's been a little crazy. So that's pretty much the transfer news that we've seen today. Just making the rounds. A lot of people talking about that Garnacho bit. So you guys let me know your thoughts on some of those players. Nico Williams, would you sell Garnacho, Victor Osimhen, Teo Hernandez? A lot of big names out there. Those are kind of representative of, a couple of years ago, some of those names would have been seen as the best. So interesting. Since we've also had about 24 hours now to kind of sleep on the Bournemouth result. Now, there's a big reason I don't like doing the match reactions the day of, and I broke my rule yesterday because the way scheduling worked out, especially with the holiday. But because as you saw yesterday when I was here doing my match reaction, then when I jumped on Rich's channel, United TV, to jump on and be a panel for him, everybody's still upset, and I don't like trying to analyze a match when I'm still upset about it. But it is what it is. But we've had a day to get past that. I wanted to maybe also give everyone a quick reminder, including myself too, by the way, just for everyone who's less than pleased with some of these recent results, again, myself included, I want to just remind us all right now of what Ruben Amorim said when he got here. So read through this with me. I want to make sure we all remember this. He said when we first got here, talking about his system, it's a different system. He said, we have two ways. Forget the new idea, try to cope, and next year we'll be here with the same problems. Or we start now, risk and suffer a little bit, and we'll be better in the next year. He said that when he first got here, and we're kind of, again, seeing that there are going to be some growing pains. There are going to be some really tough periods, like he's saying. It's not going to be bunnies and flowers to start things off, right? So when the doubts start creeping in the back of your mind, when it starts to all feel a little too familiar, and then, just by sheer habit and just experience and life, right, history of this club, we start telling ourselves, oh shit, here we go again, right? Even when the stats make for a horrible reading, like the set pieces and stuff, let's try to remember that a proper rebuild under this manager, it's going to be a little bit like firing a bow and arrow. You got to go back to go forward, or like re-breaking a leg that didn't heal properly to make sure it heals properly. Like, the parts of this process are going to get worse before they get better, because that's just what you have to do when something was built, but it wasn't built correctly. So you guys let me know. Bach says, I'd look to persist with Garnacho for now. We could always sell him down the line. It's one of those things, right, with players. It's like the same as buying a player. Like, if you run the risk of the price, the value kind of dropping if you don't, depending. This is why I still persist. I'll die with my dying breath say we should have sold Pogba right after France won the World Cup that summer. We could have gotten a ton of money for him. And it's nothing personal against Pogba. I'm just looking out for the club. We need money. Pogba, it is what it is. Are you going to get the most money right now for Garnacho? Do you think that he'll be done with the social media crap, and do you think he'll have a good remainder of the season? And if you still want to sell, do you think that his value will get higher? The same with buying a player. Like I said, do you take a risk when someone's young and they have a good season, or do you wait and see if it was a flash in the pan, and then also run the risk of having to pay more because 2 good seasons? It's very difficult. It's really hard. You got to trust your scouts, trust your recruitment, trust your analyst, your analysis. Um, Box says wise words from Amorim. I mean, he's prepping us. I mean, and more and more managers. I mean, I think a lot of managers obviously the expectations, and think at United we've been really, really tired. I think a lot of it is we're just so tired of just the crap, right? And so I think we want something to change. I think we need to be persistent. We need to be patient. And like I said, that's why I try to remind everybody. Box says, plus United are such a mess with ideas, tactics, players from 4 or 5 managers. Yeah, it's like what I said on Rich's channel last night. We still have Louis Van Gaal players. We still have Jose Mourinho players. We've got Ollie players. Up until the end of Ten Hag's first season, we still had an Alex Ferguson player in David De Gea. We just haven't been able to sell those players and really move them on because we make it impossible to do. We give them too much money. We overpay. We keep them stupid contracts. And then we don't recognize that these players maybe aren't good enough and nobody's going to want them. So we've seen how many players leave for free in the last few years alone compared to like the several years before that. It's insane. Some of them I'd just let leave for free now because it just, this point doesn't really matter. But you guys, let me know your thoughts on what Amorim had to say. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, maybe at what point are you going to maybe start to ask a little bit more of Ruben Amorim? At what point does the patience wear out? Does he just get a free hit this season? Are we treating the season like a preseason and the training, and that's just the way it is and where we finish? As long as we don't get relegated, we're happy. Is that where everyone's at right now? I think like part of me is starting to feel like Ineos are just, as far as the league and stuff, I feel like barring any sort of catastrophe, I feel like they're focusing on building. So the transfer business will roll on, the recruitment will roll on, the stadium stuff that'll roll on, and they're letting Amorim kind of do his thing. And then in the summer, expectations will change. But you guys let me know. I'm going to jump into, before we dive into some Q&A, let's dive into a little mini scout report, because I didn't do one yesterday. I had one prepped yesterday. I didn't want to do it because I was just not in a good mood with the result. And that didn't mean to take it out on you guys. That's not the point, but I just didn't want to do it yesterday. I had a lot on my mind as far as that performance and that result. I wanted to make sure I didn't get out of that mindset. So I just wanted to put this off to the side for a second. Musa King, nice. How are you? Welcome to the channel. Hello, Up United. Yes, thank you for stopping by, my friend. I appreciate you getting involved, checking out the channel. Danny says free hit till Deadwood are all gone. Yeah, I think when you can start to get rid of these players, and again, this is why I've said many times, when it comes to strengthening, when it comes to backing the manager, it is going to be addition by subtraction. I think you're going to have to get rid of the players who hurt the club when they're on the pitch because they're just not good enough, or they don't fit the system, or hurt the club off the pitch because they have a weak, maybe even like toxic mentality in some cases. So, or maybe they're causing a distraction. Somebody said yesterday, Rashford, or the other day, is Rashford causing a distraction? Like, the more stuff that keeps coming out about it, the more and more I'm starting to really get upset with Rashford. Like, at one point I was like, okay, you're not playing well, you want to leave, whatever it is, what it is, let's move on and try not to make it personal. But the more and more I'm hearing like just the PR, like, and I'm not a big PR person, and this isn't necessarily Rashford's fault with the PR, but like Warnock coming out today, Stephen Warnock just talking, just basically whipping out his little violin and playing a sad song for Rashford, talking about how he's been played a scapegoat. The club have made it like a toxic environment for him because they're trying to force him out. And I'm like, in what world is any of this based on actual fact? And you can always tell when someone's full of it. In this case, especially in Warnock's case, when he starts the conversation unsolicited with an argument from a position of authority, when he's like, well, I've been a player, I know what it's like. When someone starts an argument from a position of authority like that, it's a logical fallacy, for one. You know that what they're about to say is not founded in any sort of fact or reality. They just think that if they say that beforehand, it lends some sort of credence and authority to it, and you just have to buy into it. It's ridiculous. That's like me saying, well, I'm a mental health professional, so no one else is allowed to talk about emotions or thoughts or any of that because I'm right and you're wrong. That's a logical fallacy. You can't do it. Bach says, yeah, this season's a free hit. Yeah. Warnock, typical Scouser. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But like the more and more stuff comes out, like Rashford not getting permission, the club only found out about it. Amorim made some comments earlier as well. I can't remember exactly what he said, hinting at like some of that as well. The more and more I hear, I'm just like, he can't play again. Rashford literally has to have played his last game for this club already because you can't do this. Like, and Amorim, that's what Amorim said. He was like, he made basically a reference to the people around him. He said it didn't sound like maybe that came from the player, that those ideas. And this is something we've been saying for a long time too. The people that you surround yourself with, you have to make sure they have your best interests in mind. Your agent, your family, your friends, people who are hanging on about you, just do they have your best interest in mind? That was a very, very unwise choice on Rashford to do that interview. So it is what it is. Let's jump into this scouting report because this is a player. Hold on one second. What Danny saying? Yoro, Ahmad, Maz, Ugarte, Hoyland, Delit, Licha, stay. Maybe Garnacho, give another year or two. Rest need gone ASAP, or Ineos are frauds. Well, like we said a couple times, I hear the sentiment. These are the players you need to leave. It's just not always that easy, especially if they're crap, and especially because Anthony, like you didn't list Anthony, but he's one of those players. Like he's on $200K a week. There's no way we can get him off the books for that. So this is a player that I've really liked. I did a scouting report on this guy not last year, the year before, when he was still at Union. St. Gilloise. You guys might remember them from the Europa League last year. The win against Liverpool was a big deal. So this guy I really, 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 really like. And this is Mohamed Amora. He plays for Union still. He's on loan at Wolfsburg, and he's tearing it up in the Bundesliga. He can play as a striker. He can play as a winger. I see him as one of those 10 roles. And if you watch like the way Garnacho plays when he comes on, he's given, and Bruno even, they're allowed to get wide. They're allowed to get high up the pitch. It's kind of a little bit of a free roam kind of thing. And I think that this player, Amora, is going to be that role. I think he could be very good. He typically plays in a front two, but he can also play in the wing. He's got excellent passing, excellent pace, dribbling, positioning. His work rate off the ball is impeccable. His playmaking, his eye for a pass is amazing. He's got 5 goals, 6 assists in just 12 games this season. So literally nearly a goal involvement every game. He's in the top 5% for presses in the final third. Again, pressing from the front, which is exactly what we see from like Mason Mount. But this guy also has a lot of other strings to his bow. Passes and crosses into the box. So again, playmaking are in the top 20%, which we need more of that. We don't find our strikers enough. When we look at some of the balls Dallo puts in, very few of them actually find the target. Same with Garnacho. It's just, we need players who are better at that. His through balls. So again, finding that pass, playing the balls into the channel, top 10%. Defensive actions that lead to a shot. So again, that stat that we rattled off about Ahmad the other day, top 10%, just like Ahmad. Defensive actions that lead to a shot, top 10%, impeccable. And again, you can't fault the guy for scoring a goal against Liverpool in the Europa League last year. So looking at it, he's in top 1% for assists right now. Shot creating actions, top 25%. The guy, his progressive carry numbers, top 5. Successful take-ons, top 15%. So he's good on the ball, especially in tight areas. And then you look at his defensive numbers. Again, it's those high presses, tackles, the 63rd percentile, interceptions, top 20%, blocks, top percent. The guy is just a machine. He's got like 3 lungs. He's good on the ball. He can carry the ball. He can find his teammates. He's fast. He sounds ready-made for the Premier League already. It sounds like he could come in and just hit the ground running. We need more energy. We need more ideas. We need more technicality in the final third of the pitch. We've seen recently that we seem a little isolated. We seem a little lacking ideas when we get the ball into that area. I think Amora could be that guy. Personally, I know it seems like every time I do a scout report, I'm like, they should come to United. They should come to United. I wouldn't look at these players if I didn't think they were good enough for United. I wouldn't look at them if I didn't think we needed them at United, if they couldn't improve us. Bach says, sounds good. Can't say I've heard of him before. It's yeah, because he's playing in Belgian league. Not a lot of people watch the Belgian league. He's at Wolfsburg right now. He's in both. He's there with another player that we did a little mini scout report on. Left-footed center back Kuliarakis, also a very good player. Wolfsburg are having a good little run of season right now. Danny says, definitely worth it if we can get him on the cheap and not get robbed. I forgot to look if their loan had like any sort of obligation or option or anything, but he's still a Union player, so he's not a Wolfsburg player technically, but he might be at the end of the season. I just don't know. If we get him on the cheap and not get robbed, maybe we can throw them a player. I don't know. Maybe we can throw Anthony at somebody on loan. I don't know. Seems to have killer instinct. Yeah, he's got it in the final third for sure, Danny. I think he's ready for that step up. He's a good age. He's Algerian, I think. Is there AFCON? I think AFCON is next December, if I remember correctly. I think it's December 2025. Ahmad Mazraoui leaving would be blows. Yeah, and I think that Onana is still he went back to playing with Cameroon now after he took a break. So we'll lose Onana as well. If Onana is still here in 2025, who knows? He could get to the summer and Amorim might be like, no, I'm not. That's not it. I'm praying maybe VTech comes back on preseason. We let him have preseason and then we just make a decision. I think VTech could be the guy. And if we just stick with him, it will be rough at first, probably because he's still young, but I think we could be just fine. Good news. Yeah. Good news. I think some people might wish Onana would go on international duty, but then we're stuck with Bayindir. And Bayindir, as hard as it sounds, given Onana's recent form, he is a big step down from what we saw the other day. So that's the news. That's my little mini scout report. Mohamed Omar, go check him out. Danny B says Amorim will not keep Onana if he has sense. Onana represents something that appealed to Ten Hag, obviously, and it appeals to Amorim in terms of the way we play out from the back. He likes keepers who are good on the ball, who are composed. The problem is that the players around Onana are not as composed and good on the ball all the time. And I'm not saying that that's their fault and he's fine. I'm saying that's a problem, and so it's part of it. But he's regressing in some areas. He's made some high-profile mistakes in the last month or so. His distribution has suffered greatly. It used to be really good, and now it's not. His shot stopping is still suspect, in my opinion. It's not. He got to neutral with the shot stopping early this season, and that's it. He's at neutral now, so he doesn't command his area very well. There are so many aspects to being keeper that De Gea wasn't good at. There's so many aspects to being keeper Onana's not good at. I want a little more well-roundedness from my keepers, but Danny says, tried, give the man a chance, but he's just poo. Oh no, not on Christmas. All right, let's dive into. Well, we're not doing. Let's not maybe not start with the Q&As quite yet, or at least not the trivia part. But so we know Danny is traveling to New Jersey to hang out with the in-laws. Danny, hope you're not driving and and typing in on the chat, because that would be a big no. And I would hate to see that. But what's everybody else doing for the holidays this week? It sneaks up on me because I'm so busy sometimes, and like I said, I'm not like a big holiday person. So sometimes the holidays come and I don't even know that they're here. Sometimes I don't even know what day it is. Honestly, like I just wake up and I get to work and I'm not even paying attention. But what's everybody else getting up to? Any traditions? Anybody do anything for the holidays? Any, like Danny's traveling? Anybody else traveling? You guys let me know. Composed View, welcome back, my friend. How are you doing? I don't think Ruben Amorim will play wingers in the 10 positions. I think we'll find wingers that can defend, to play out from the wings, and if there's enough money for a ruthless rebuild, Onana will be replaced. We might already have a replacement in Onana in Redick Vitek. He's 21 years old. He's on loan right now. He was on loan last year in the championship, or League One maybe, and did really, really well. He's the top-rated player. I think it's the Czech league. Or no, maybe it's the Romanian league. I can't remember now off the top of my head. A top-rated player in the league. Again, not top-rated goalkeeper, top-rated player in that league right now while on loan. I think we could have a keeper. And again, I don't want us to make the same mistake we did with Kovar. I like Kovar a lot. I think if we were planning to get rid of De Gea, we should have kept Matty Kovar. He won pretty much everything there was to win with Leverkusen aside from the Europa League last year. He's a very good keeper. we don't need to spend the money all the time. We have players. That's why, again, I've said it many times. We don't necessarily need to go look at Giovanni Quenda. We have so many academy players right now that are just as good right now. So I think it is. Danny says the wife just took over. Good. Hello, wife. Safe travels. Give VTech a chance. Yeah, free VTech. Justice for VTech. Let him get the whole preseason. Let Onana chill until the preseason starts to wrap up, and let VTech take the whole preseason. We're going to Malaysia, I think, first thing after the season ends. Let VTech just do it. But you guys let me know. Is anybody into Christmas? The reason I don't really get into Christmas especially is I don't like presents. I don't like receipt. I don't like people spending money on me. I got to an age when I was younger where I was like, if I want something, I'm just going to get it. I don't like people buying things for me. So I always felt a little awkward on Christmas once I reached like intelligence like age and I wasn't just a little kid who wanted toys. So I don't really like presents. Even now, I don't really like people buying things for me and stuff. So Christmas has always been a little cringy for me. And from that, I like, giving things to people, but if you guys, what's the best Christmas present, any of you guys have ever received? Let me know. Any particular Christmases that stand out for you? Has anybody ever received any Manchester United related Christmas presents? Let me know. If you were putting together a Christmas tree right now of Manchester United ornaments, let's say the players were the ornaments, who would be the star on the top of that tree? What former United player or legend would be the star on the top of the tree? Got to be Fergie for me. You put Fergie at the top, but maybe it's different for y'all. Let me know. Let's dive into some trivia. So, just want to make sure I've got my notes ready here. So, I have a lot of notes that I'm not even going through. All this prep, and I'm not even reading all of it. So, we're going to dive in. So get your thinking caps on. Remember, we are going to do some giveaways here. I've got a couple of some jerseys for you. Danny agrees. Yeah, has been 100 has been Fergie. Yeah, Box has Rashford top of the tree. Surely, yeah. In his own mind, maybe, right? If you don't put him up there, then he's gonna leave your tree and go to another tree. So easy one to start, easy question, and feel free to throw out your own questions too if you want. But easy one to start for everybody, just to kind of get things off. Before we were Manchester United, before we were known as Manchester United, what name was the club known by? Let me know. Don't cheat. I'll know if you're cheating. So get involved in the chat, and I'm going to go through the next question here. So who is the only player to win the European Golden Boot while playing for Manchester United? That's your next question. And the question after that is related. So you guys let me know. The first one, before we were in Manchester United, what were we known as? What was the club called when it was? You guys let me know. Yep, Box got to Newton Heath. Yep, with the green and gold. Yep, I've got my green and gold over there. I should have worn that if I would have remembered this was the first question on there. Yep, we were known as Newton Heath. That's why the green and gold scarves are brought out. It is a Glazers protest, so they are not Norwich scarves, no matter what people will try to tell you. But Carrie Skates, welcome back to the channel. How are you? Good to see you. So Carrie Skates is guessing George Best. Is that your guess? So according to the internet, the answer is Cristiano Ronaldo, the only player to win the European Golden Boot while playing for Manchester United. 31 goals in 2009 was when he did that. So according to the internet, that is the answer. Yeah, it was the following year, Box, but you got it. Yep, you got it, Compose View. You got it. Everybody's getting in the answers. Fun little stuff, right? So in Manchester United's 2008 Champions League final victory over Chelsea, remember that went to pens, who was the only Manchester United player to miss their spot kick in that shootout? Let me know. A little bit of a trick question, kind of cheating, but you guys let me know. Who was the only player from United to miss their spot kick in the 2008 Champions League final over Chelsea? Salud. Does that mean the eggnog is flowing, Carrie? How are you? It's good to see you again. And Carrie guessed correctly. Yes, it was Ronaldo. Again, a little bit of a trick question, right? But it just shows you that not everybody is infallible. Ronaldo as good as he was, right, he also did make some mistakes. Box this year, so yeah, everybody's pretty much getting it. Hargreaves, Slippy Terry thought he won it. Yes, Box, Slippy racist Terry thought he won it, right? Look at that. Yeah, everyone's pretty much getting it. Carrie Skates, a few beers in Mexico. Well, look at that. Christmas in Mexico. That sounds like fun. Congratulations on that. Composed V, wasn't he the first one to take? I don't even remember the order of that. Let me see what the order of that was. That is a good question. No, he was the third one, I think, if I remember correctly. I think he was third to take it. Yeah, he was the third. So it was Tevez, Carrick, Ronaldo, and then Hargreaves, Nani, Anderson, and Giggs. So Ronaldo was third, and he missed. Oh, you live in Mexico. Nice. That's awesome. I've never been to Mexico. I've been to Honduras. I've been to Haiti. Never been to Mexico, though. So big up, though. Thank you for checking us out and stopping by down in Mexico. That's awesome. So moving on. Another little easy one. Hold on, what's Box have to say? The good old days of MUFC and shootouts before the days of Villarreal. And yeah, we haven't really been really good at shootouts. One of the books that I go on and on about that you guys really should check out. So this is by Ben Littleton. It's called 12 Yards, The Art and Psychology of the Perfect Penalty Kick. The books that I have behind me that are sticking out like that, those are the ones I probably read once a year. There's nothing that I've read from Ben Littleton that I haven't liked. There's another one right there, Edge. That book is all about penalties, the statistics behind them, the psychology behind them, why England, struggle and things. Very, very interesting book. And I know you're thinking, like, Sean, you read a whole book about penalty kicks. How interesting could that be? I love it. And you call me a nerd. It's such an interesting read. Like, Ben Littleton only writes bangers, in my opinion. So next question. Who scored the most goals for Manchester United? Everyone should get this. If you guys don't get this, if someone puts Rashford, I'm going to be upset. Who scored the most goals for United? You guys let me know. In the chat, Composed View says, thought we lost the game when he missed. Chelsea were strong during those periods. Always gave us a tough time. Beat us firmly a few times as well. Yeah, Chelsea are one of those teams they've been good, but I don't take them seriously just because of where the money came from. The same as City, personally. And it looks like everybody is guessing correctly. I'm very proud. You can all call yourselves really good United fans tonight. Everybody's getting it correct. I do like that. Awesome, you guys. Who holds the record for the most appearances for United? There's another easy one for you. Everybody should be getting that. No cheating, by the way. If you're eagle-eyed, people will probably be able to guess this one very quickly. Box says, Composed View rivalry that better than LFC versus MFC. Yeah, Man City aren't rivals with anybody. It just is what it is. And everybody's getting the guesses in. Yep, good job, everyone. You can see right here, my guy, Brian Giggs with about 950. So yeah, so Rooney's got 253 goals. That was the last question. Giggsy's got 963 appearances. That's insane. 963 appearances. That's just wild. The guy played until he was like 40 years old. That's insane. Gary Skate says best midfield ever. Giggs, Keane, Scholes, Beckham. It was a thing of beauty, wasn't it? It's hard to beat that midfield. Remember, we did the all-time 11. You guys voted pretty much all those players to your starting 11, basically, which was awesome. I think the one that surprised me was no Rio, and then the Yap Stam and Vidic combination, which is a scary center back pairing to think of. But played till 42. He played. I thought he was. Yeah, I can't remember the exact age. How old was Giggsy? Ryan Giggs. Age, retire. He was 40. So he announced his retirement in 2014 when he was 40. So Close, but I'm not. I'm just now almost getting to be 40. I can't imagine playing Premier League football at my age. Would die. Who was Sir Alex Ferguson's first signing for the club? A little bit of an older head. I was only alive for like 2 years when this happened, so I can't claim that I knew this one off the top of my head. There's a lot of United that I missed because I just was a child. So, but who was Sir Alex Ferguson's first signing for the club? Box is like ready with the button ready to go. He did get it right. It was Viv Anderson in 1987. Good job. Who is the oldest player to play for United? I'm doing a lot of age number related stuff to get things started off. Yeah, no, you're right, Box. It was Viv Anderson. Good job. So who was the oldest player now to play for United? Composed View says Dion something. No. Good guess though. I'm gonna get some water while you guys guess. Was it Viv? Viv was the first signing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Who's the oldest player? Box says no. It wasn't Van der Sar. He was up there though. It was a good guess. It wasn't Giggsy, even though he was 39. Good morning, everybody, says Uchechi Gloria. Is it morning for you? It is about a little after 7 p.m. for me, but welcome back. Good to see you again. We are just in the middle of a fun little trivia. We're kind of throwing in some Q&A. You guys can ask questions too. They don't even have to be United related questions. You guys just want to chat and throw some questions out there, but it is good to see you. Welcome back. So I'm guessing everyone's either Googling or they don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the answer out there for everybody. The correct answer is Billy Meredith. I had to look this one up. He was 47 years old at his final appearance in 1921. No one's going to know this, right? Unless you just Googled it like I did. But I'm putting together trivia, so it's always nice to see who knows their history and who doesn't. Billy Meredith was 47 when he played his final match for us in 1921, which is insane. Not Brian Robson, Box. Also a good answer. At least kudos for not cheating. So I'll give you that. Composed View. That's I don't know. The oldest guy I've played for United, not Giggs. Yeah, it's not Giggs. A guy named Billy Meredith. Uchechi says, yeah, it's morning here in the Western Africa, down Nigeria. Wow, big up. Thank you for joining us today. What year did Old Trafford open? What year did Old Trafford open? Get your answers in while I ready my fun surprise for everybody. I'll let it run for another couple seconds, and then I'm going to throw the name out there. Complete guess. Box says 1920. You're close. You're not too far away. It's getting close. You're a little later. So the answer, Old Trafford opened in 1910. So if you go to Old Trafford, if you get the chance to go to Manchester, obviously, I highly encourage you to do the stadium tour. It is a fun tour. You get to walk around the stadium. You get to go through the dressing room. You get to go hang out in the press room. You get to go sit in the dugout off the side of the pitch. You can't go on the pitch. You'll get arrested if you try to go on the pitch. But they do take you around the stadium. There are some fun little facts. When the stadium was founded, they show you all these dioramas and things of the stadium being constructed. Tell you the history. The original players' entrance, the original players' tunnel is still there. You can go see it and stuff. Talk about the war and things and the bombings. But it is a really cool little tour if you guys ever do get the chance. So it completes its tour. The tour ends in the megastore. So if you want to go spend $1 kajillion, you can do that. If you don't want to spend $1 kajillion and still support the club, always check the video description. There is a link to GoGoalShop. If you use that code, you can get $5 off your first order when you use that code to register. So GoGoalShop was kind enough to hook me up with that code for you guys. Uchechi says, so funny what United is playing. I'm heartbroken regarding the United results, weeping so bitterly from the inside. Yeah, it hasn't been fun. It has not been fun at all. Composed Views getting it pretty close. Yeah, good job. What is the current capacity of Old Trafford? What is the current capacity of Old Trafford? That's your next question. I think we can all we can all pretty much ballpark it within a couple thousand, I imagine. But what is the person who gets it close? You got to guess. Get it close as you can. No, you're a little high, Carrie. You're a little high. Used to be more. Yeah, it did. It did. We've cut down a little bit. The new stadium's supposedly going to have like 100K seats, but as of right now, box is a little low. So you guys split the difference a little bit. So Old Trafford's current capacity is still a little high. The current capacity is 74,310, according to the interwebs. So a little lower than I would have guessed. Like, it sounds like a lot of us are going over a little bit. I think I would have guessed a little bit. It's apparently 74,310. So box says they took out seating to make the wheelchair section better. Yeah, the stadium tour takes you around the wheelchair section as well. You get to stand there. So if you guys look at like the backgrounds on like my scouting reports and stuff, and you see the or like when I do quotes and you see the Stratford end. So that was the picture that I took myself during the stadium tour with my phone. So that's kind of where you get to go when you're doing the stadium tour. So yeah, Danny was closest. Good job, my friend. Good job. So next question. In February 1999, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came on as a substitute in the 71st minute and scored 4 goals in an 8-1 victory. What team were United playing that day? And this is why Ole gets, like, to me, he's one of the most underrated players we've ever had, Ole. People need to put more respect on Ole's name as a player. There's so many people who, for some reason, just say, like, he only had that one little flick in a Champions League final. The dude scored so many goals for us. The dude came on as a sub and scored 4 goals. Like, that's insane. But who did he score those 4 goals against when he came on as a sub in that game, in the 71st minute? You guys let me know. Box is so fast. You did get it right, man. First try. Good job. We did play Forest that day. And this is why Ollie was going to be a good manager some days, because he can read the game. He sat there and he watched the game like a hawk, so he could come on and knew exactly what he needed to do. Fergie trusted him to do that. He trusted Ollie and the way he could read the game and his football IQ to know what to do. So yeah, good job, everybody. We're going to do some Beckham-related questions here. So you guys put on your Beckham hats, because Beckham was one of my favorite players growing up. Obviously, being in America, he was one of the only footballers we really knew about growing up, because that was mid-90s and, UK pop. All of it was just taking the world by storm. Beckham was everywhere. It seemed like every time I saw a photo of Beckham, he had a different hairstyle. My sister had a poster on her wall. Like, it is what it is. Box says, Ollie was a true scorer when strikers used to score. Ollie was one of the most clinical finishers you're ever going to see in football. The dude just put it far post. He didn't care. And probably my best Ollie memories, what game was that? Was that Newcastle, where there was a one-on-one and he just pulled the player down, took the red, got sent off just so we wouldn't concede a goal, and did it outside the box too, so we didn't get a penalty. So on David Beckham, where did David Beckham go on loan early in his United career? Where did he go on loan early in his United career? Let me know. This should be a pretty simple one, right? We all pretty much know this. But I want to see who remembers, because this is starting to feel like a while ago now, right? I feel old sometimes doing some of the questions, putting them together. Yep, you guys are right. He did go on loan to Preston North End. Bonus question. How many games did he play for them before he was recalled? Nick, big up, my friend. Welcome back, my friend. We are just going through some fun trivia. It's a Christmas Q&A, Christmas trivia giveaway. Went through a little transfer news to start, but we are on a David Beckham round now. So where did David Beckham go on his loan? Preston North End. The question around now, how many games did he play for Preston before he was recalled? Box says Moisey was there as well. Well, Box, you jumped ahead, because that was another bonus question. Box was well ahead. Danny, close, Danny. It's close. $25. No, that's way high. So, according to the interwebs, David Beckham only played 5 games for them before being recalled. No, you're fine, Box. No, it was a good guess. No, you're good. How many goals did he score in those 5 games for them? You let me know. So dry in here, my throat's killing me. Yeah, and the next question was going to be a bonus. Which former United manager did he play alongside during that loan spell? Box already threw it out there. It was David Moyes. Almost, Carrie. You're a little low. Everyone's saying 1-1. So David Beckham scored 2 goals for Preston during his loan in 5. So 2 goals in 5 while on loan. Super bonus if anyone else wants to guess. So aside from David Moyes being our former manager who played for Preston, can you name any other footballers who played for both clubs, both United and for Preston North End? The list is extensive. As I was looking this up, I was like, I wonder how many other players played for both clubs, and there's quite a few. There's like I feel like there's almost 20 names on there. So big up anybody who can name any other players who played for United and for Preston North End. Some of them you're familiar with. Some of them I didn't know, so I had to look them up as well because I'm not an encyclopedia, so I do need the internet now and then. But let me know how many other United players played for both clubs. Yeah, that's one of them. Danny, good job there. Sorry, not Danny Box. I said Danny, but I was reading it. Welbeck. Yep, Danny Welbeck was one. Yep, Sam Johnston is another one. Good job, Carrie. Some of the players, like I know, I just didn't realize that they played for Preston, so it was interesting. A couple of them are pretty well known in the old Trafford annals of history. So we've got Danny Welbeck so far. We got Sam Johnson so far. Here's a couple other ones that might surprise you. So Sir Bobby Charlton played for Preston North End as well. Richie Delat played for both clubs. Nobby Stiles played for both clubs. Anders Lindegaard, remember Anders Lindegaard? He played for both clubs. Will Keane famously came on for Juan Mata, played for both clubs. Yep, Nick guessed it too. Yeah, Bobby Charlton's another one. Josh Harrop, remember that guy? He played for both clubs as well. I remember, wasn't he someone that Jose brought on one of the youngsters, if I remember correctly, Josh Harrop? A lot of them. There are a lot of them. Some of them technically maybe didn't play, but they were there. Like Ben Pearson didn't really play, but he was there. So interesting, right? Matty James, David Jones, Ben Whiteman, Jonathan Clark, John Mackin. A lot of names, yeah. Josh Harb, yeah, right. You guys remember that guy? He came on for like a game, looked halfway decent, and then we just never saw him again. I could not tell you where he is now. So, Box says Harb's United career was 1 game, 1 goal. Yeah, it's just funny. Same with James Wilson. Remember James Wilson came on under Giggsy when he was caretaker manager, scored a brace, and then we just like never. I think last time I knew where James Wilson was, he was playing for Salford City. I don't remember if he's still there or not. I really don't think he is, but it seems like a good spot right now to do the first giveaway. Hold on. So, Composed View side note, my apologies. I just read 180 million for Gyökeres, Dibling, and Coble on the One Football app. Interesting. Yeah, I don't have One Football. I've got FootMob. I don't like to clutter my phone with so much. The visual clutter gets to me. Interesting. Coble's not bad, but I'd like us to maybe give VTech a try on preseason before we start spending money on the keeper. I feel like we really didn't need to spend money on Onana when we had Kovar, and it was just money we didn't need to spend. So, but I do like Coble, but I do think that Gyökeres, I know a lot of people want Gyökeres. Dibling is a winger. I don't really see, like, similar to the Nico Williams thing. I don't really see how he fits in this system unless we think he's young enough and he's got certain traits and abilities that maybe we can put into like a 10 or something. I don't know, but interesting. Yeah, Josh Harp's got a 100% record. All right, you guys, let's do the first giveaway real quick, because we are cruising, but it has been a blast. I've really enjoyed. Like I said, if you guys have questions for me or anything, just doesn't even have to be football related. You're welcome to ask. You know, it's what tonight's all about. Q&A. You guys know a little bit about some of the stuff I do. I'm into mental health professional scouting things, PFSA, PFA course and stuff, but other things as well. I've got dogs and stuff, but you guys don't shy away if you guys have your own question. Compose views. Sure, Dibbling is good at dribbling. That's the headlines just write themselves, don't they, Nick? They just do. So first up, first giveaway of the night, first gift that Santa dropped off for everybody. So I have the stock photo because it's still in the packaging because I didn't want to take it out of the packaging for you guys. But this is the training top, the pre-match top from the 23-24 season. It is brand new. Sorry if that's crinkly. It's got the tissue paper in it. It is a men's medium, but it is brand new. I didn't take it out here, but that's what it looks like. You guys can see it right there on the screen. That is what it looks like. Let me jump into the wheel of names here. So we have the little wheel of names, as you guys can see, right? This is what the wheel looks like. It's got everyone's name who's on here, and everyone who's been jumping in the chat, getting involved. So we are going to go ahead and spin the wheel, and we are going to announce that first giveaway winner for the Christmas Q&A giveaway. So why don't I go ahead and spin that, and let's see who wins. Winner, Patrick United. Patrick UTD. I remember you. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a little while, but I do remember you popped up in some comments recently, and I do believe you've been a part of some of the streams in the past as well. But Patrick UTD, you are the winner of that shirt. So, Patrick, go ahead and send me your. This is what you won, bud. Go ahead and send me the details to unitedstatesofunited@gmail.com. Big up again for winning. Thank you for being part of the channel, for helping the channel grow. You guys are all absolute legends. Appreciate that. Patrick, send me the details. I'm not going to do anything with it other than send you the shirt. YouTube's not responsible for any of this, so YouTube's not liable. This has nothing to do with YouTube. This is all me. But everybody, give big up Patrick for winning the first giveaway of the evening. I did say first, by the way. Santa dropped off another gift for everybody. So that's just one. But big up Patrick. Thank you for being a part of the community. I really do appreciate it. We are going to move on, though, for some more trivia and more Q&A. So everybody, oops, what just happened there? There we go. I didn't done a madness there. Box has a question for everybody, though. Question: who was Fergie's last ever signing as Manchester United manager? That's a good question for everybody. Everybody get involved in the chat. Jules, welcome, my friend. Thank you for stopping by tonight. We are just doing a fun little Christmas Q&A / giveaway / trivia to just kind of get into the holiday spirit. Tomorrow I'll be back for the preview of the Wolves match. I doubt a whole lot of people will be here for that, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, but thank you for stopping by, Jules. Good to see you. And everyone's giving Patrick some props. Congrats, Patrick. Congrats, Patrick. Jules has a response for you, Box, and Jules is the first one to guess. Wilf Zaha. Was it Wilfred Zaha? I don't even know that one. And it looks like Compose View has the same guess, and it looks like it was correct. It was Zaha. Interesting. Did we ever get confirmation that those rumors of him and David Moyes' daughter were true? Someone want to let me know. So we finished up the Beckham round. We finished up some Old Trafford history round, some random numbers, stats round. How about a little bit of true and false to kind of shake things up a little bit after our first giveaway? So again, big up Patrick UTD for winning the giveaway. Just get at me, unitedstatesofunited@gmail.com. I'll send you that shirt post haste. Switch things up, true and false. All right, you guys ready? Compose View says congratulations as well. Yes, congrats to everybody who gets involved. I'm gonna go ahead and remove him because I do have another giveaway to do later on. So I'll make sure we make it fair. And the great thing is we took Patrick off the wheel, so now the little slices of the wheel pie are bigger for everybody. Everybody's got a little better chance now. So, but congrats, Patrick, again. So switch things up, true and false. So true or false? Manchester United were the first British team to win the European Cup, now known as the Champions League. True or false? Let me know what your thoughts are on that one. True or false? Manchester United were the first British team to win the European Cup, now known as the Champions League. False. Jules says false. Box says false. Anybody else want to be bold and make a guess here? Compose. At least, hey, at least you threw it out there. Says I don't know. That's okay. If you'd asked me, I probably wouldn't have been able to guess either. But Jules did guess the correct answer. So it is false. United were not the first British team to win the European Cup or the Champions League. It was Celtic, long time ago. And Nick says false as well. Yep. So good job, everybody. Seems like you know your history. So moving on to the next question. So true or false? Sir Alex Ferguson wanted Roy Keane to be Manchester United's number 7 before David Beckham took the shirt. True or false? Sir Alex Ferguson wanted Roy Keane to wear the number 7 shirt before David Beckham took it. True or false? Let me know. Box says true. Carrie says false. Nick says half true. Is there such thing as half true? But Poe's View says I don't know. Jules says true. It is true. So Box says I think I heard Keane say that on the overlap recently. Yeah. So yes, it is true. Fergie did want to give that shirt number to Roy Keane. I think it would have been pretty good. Obviously, it went down in history as David Beckham being one of our best ever 7s, right? Danny says false. Is that a guess, Danny? Because according to the interwebs, it is true. He did want to give that to Roy Keane. So, but good job, everybody. I'm like, you guys digging this? I'm having a good time. I wish I had some eggnog or something here. That would make it really good. So true or false? Next question. Manchester United legend Ryan Giggs spent time with Man City as a schoolboy. True or false? Ryan Giggs spent time with Man City as a schoolboy footballer. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, some of these are like you'd have to like look it up to know the answers, right? Interesting. Jules says Keane used it, didn't he, for some games before he fixed number? I think he might have. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Jules says true. Nick says true. It's Composed View. Everyone's saying true. It sounds like you guys know your history because it is true. Giggsy, despite being a legend of the club, despite, in my opinion, being worthy of having his number retired, like a la Totti, yes, Giggsy did spend time with the noisy neighbors as a schoolboy. No one's perfect. It is what it is, right? So, oh, but good job, everybody. Everybody did it right. At least Composed View. At least you didn't say I don't know this time, Composed View. So good job, my friend. True or false? Manchester United once pulled out of the FA Cup in order to play in the Club World Cup. True or false? Box says maybe Ahmad should hold on to that number 16 shirt. Keane, Carrick, good omens. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the number 16 shirt. We have a lot of famous shirts because we've had a lot of players who have worn them not only for a very long time because they're class players, but they're just good players in general. Like you're saying, Giggsy, Keno, the 11 shirt, obviously Giggs wore it for like 24 years. The 7s I feel like the 7s had as many kind of iffy players as it's had good players though in recent years. So since Beckham, since Ronaldo, it's been a bit iffy. So I think the 7 shirt is a shirt now that needs to be earned after performance for like a couple of years before, and not just given out anymore. But so Jules says true. Danny says true. Box says true. Um, Jules says, well beaten by Vasco da Gama. Yeah, so it is true. We did pull out of the FA Cup to play in the Club World Cup. Compose View has a question. Fire away, Compose View. I'll get another sip of water if you got a question. Go ahead and throw it out there, my friend. I'll let you put it out there. Let me go through this one. So, what Bach says, it meant we couldn't defend the treble. Yeah, there were a lot of we made a lot of interesting calls. I think that at certain times, like flying to Munich and everything was to try to open that European Cup door for English clubs and whatnot. I think there are managers who had, and maybe at the time the club had a bigger view for what English football could be. Composed View says, name a player who played for both United and Liverpool. Go for it. You guys jump in. Danny B says Ince, Owen. Yep, those are the two that I know off the top of my head. Can we count Martin Skirtle if he scored own goals for us when we played Liverpool? Does he count? It's like I still have the record for most OGs. Yeah, everyone's going to automatically remember Michael Owen. I think that some people might not remember NC, but yeah, Ince was one of them as well. Yeah, it's interesting. You could say that about a couple different clubs, like City, what players have played for City and United. It's interesting when you start going through it, right? But yeah, it looks like everybody got that one. Good job, everybody. Give yourselves a pat on the back. So, true or false? This one's an easy one. You guys are going to get this. Diego Forlan did not score a single goal in 2 years at United. I'm just giving you the answers now. These are easy ones. Everybody should get these ones. Yeah, Jules got it right away. Yeah, it's pretty easy one. Does anyone know how many goals he scored for us? Does anyone care to venture a guess? Yeah, good job, guys. Does anybody know how many goals he scored? I have it right here. 11. You're getting there. You're close. Almost. A little bit more. Yeah, Composed View right on the dot. So in 98 appearances, he scored 17 goals for United. So Box says, yeah, I know he got 2 at Anfield and got a chant. Yeah, we do like Diego Forlan at this club. He's playing tennis now, right? In the tennis pro in his age bracket, I think. Close, Danny. You're close. A couple more and you would have had it. But good job, everybody. So, true or false? Manchester United are the only British club to have won the Club World Cup. True or false? And bonus if you can name anything else about it. Nick Valley says, true or false? Forlan, Falcao, and Cavani looks a bit alike. Compose me. He's one of my favorite United players. Wanted it to work out. Yeah, we wanted it to work out. We wanted it to work out for a lot of players. One of the players I really liked watching, for no reason I don't really know, is Chicharito. I like Chicharito. He's one of those like little cult heroes at United. I feel like Chicharito. So Composed View says false. I think Chelsea won it too. Jules says false. City and Liverpool also. Possibly also Chelsea. So yeah, City, Chelsea, and Liverpool have all won the Club World Cup as well. So that was false. Good job, you guys. No problem, Danny. No problem. You guys maybe swerve to avoid a deer or something. Yeah, we don't. I mean, everything they have box has an asterisk next to it anyway. So we'll see. I had to be nice. I really am nice, but I had to be extra nice on Rich's stream last night with Luke. It's very hard to not just want to banter City, and I know we should keep our powder dry, right? Because it's not we're any better, but it's just hard not to. I threw in a couple of little quips if you guys were listening carefully, but it's all good. It's all in good fun, right? If you can't have you can't have banter between football rivals, I mean, what's the point? What are you doing, right? You got to have a little bit of tribalism. So it is what it is. All right, we are coming towards the last few questions here, but feel free to keep throwing out your questions of your own. So, who is the youngest player to score a senior goal for United? Who is the youngest player to score a senior goal for Manchester United? Did I? Did I score him though? So Box says Makeda. Jules says good question. I mean, I tried. I had to stump you a little bit. They can't all be Diego Forlan, easy ones. Makeda or Best. No, both wrong. You're welcome to keep guessing. It's not just by year. You got to they count the days too. Like this many years and this many days is also so there. That's when it gets a little tricky. So yeah, like Compose he was 17, but it's like 17 and this many days is how they do these things. So what, what did I really butcher him though, Danny? I thought I was being nice. Are you being sarcastic? Nope, it's not gigs either. You got at least you guys. Fair play to you guys for not cheating. I can tell you're not cheating. So menu, nope, not menu. So they are. So according to the interwebs, the youngest goal scorer was Norman Whiteside. Yeah, Jules got it towards the end there. Yeah, it is Norman Whiteside. He is considered the youngest player to score a senior goal for Manchester United. Interesting, right? And in fair play, a lot of us probably weren't alive to see guys like Nobby Stiles. Quick thing, if you want to have a really good time during this holiday season, if you do have find it on YouTube. If you have MUTV, you can watch it. Go back and watch the 1968 European Cup final. That's such a good match. There's so many good players. Obviously, we're going to look at guys like Stiles and Charlton and Best, but go watch like Neil Aston, probably one of the best wingers I've seen play for us. Such a good player. Yeah, you got it, Jules. Good job, man. Was going to say that earlier about the City fan. I'm nice. I'm nice, Danny. I wasn't mean or anything. It's just you got to. I had the goal on VHS. Yeah, that's how I started my United fandom was VHS, box sets and stuff towards the end of the seasons. And then as I got older into the early 2000s, you had people, maybe friends, family who had like satellite and stuff. This was before even like DirecTV and like HD TV and stuff. And you can watch them. And then towards the mid 2000s, I was in college and so didn't have a whole lot of access. So I had to go to like sports bars and stuff to watch these things. It's hard to be a United fan in the U.S. during the mid 90s, early 2000s until we started. Streaming didn't even come out till like 10 years ago ish. So, yeah, true legend. Yeah, and Whiteside is a true legend of the club. He really is. We have so many. Like, we only have legends. Like, it's crazy to me. It's just, yeah. Box says Whiteside has a record of the youngest ever World Cup goal scorers. Yeah, he is. Yeah, we've had some amazing players throughout the years. I hear that on another channel. Yeah, Jules, thanks, thanks. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm so introverted, and honestly, if you guys might laugh when you hear me say this, scared to death of speaking in public, speaking in front of groups and stuff. Used to get out of so many presentations in school because I just hated it to death. I would rather write a 30-page research paper than give a 2-minute presentation in class. That's how much I hate it. But I do appreciate that. It's easier with stuff like this because it's stuff that I enjoy talking about. It's stuff that I enjoy researching and watching. I think if I do, I think it's because that I treat this like we're at just like a bar or something, and we're just chatting and we're watching things. Like that's what this is to me. It's a way for me to engage with you guys, to get your thoughts, your opinions, your perspective. I just this is fun. Like, and the fact that I can just do this, like, and like we've got people on here right now who are in Mexico, people who are in Nigeria, people who in New England and stuff. It's awesome. I love it. It's really cool. But I do appreciate that, Jules. Thank you so much. Composed View says, imagine being a United fan in West Africa. They're all over the world, man. It's awesome. Box says, I think Whiteside was injury prone and prevented him from being a real world star. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Jules. As always. So someone asked a question earlier. I think it you, Composed View, who asked who was the last player that Sir Alex Ferguson signed. So I have a question. Who was the last club that Sir Alex faced at Old Trafford? Who is the last club that Sir Alex played at Old Trafford? You guys let me know. Let me know if you remember that, because it wasn't that long ago now. That's some recent history, right? None of this Newton Heath, Norman Whiteside trivia that nobody knows. RSV, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Big up. So many dead players in this squad who need just coming in hard, just coming in weapons hot, already taking shots at these players. You're gonna rile Danny up. Danny's already putting the BOGO stickers on all these players right now. You're gonna get them all hot and bothered. Box hit it right on the head. It was Swansea. It was Swansea. Swansea was the last team we played at Old Trafford. So West Brom might have been the last one we played. Remember that 5-5 thriller, but Swansea was the last team we played at OT, or Sir Alex did, sorry. But you guys, there's good guesses. We all remember the West Brom game. I think the West Brom game sticks out in our minds. I remember watching that game. There were so many emotions going through in that game, right? The retirement, the last game of the season, it was 5. It was just, the game was just so cathartic in so many ways that you just feel like just dead afterwards, right? But big up everybody who got that. Vox says, yes, it was a sad day. A lot of bittersweet moments in football, and that's one of them. Lukaku, yeah, I remember Lukaku was on it, loan at West Brom, wasn't he? Yep, I remember that. Yeah, no worries, Composed View. No worries. Box has got a question for everybody. I considered going through some of these. I considered putting some of these in there, like name all the French players, name all the Dutch players and stuff. That just took a lot of time. But we'll go ahead and throw that out there. Box wants to know, name the 9 Brazilians who have played for United. So go for it, you guys. Name them. I'll type some out and see if I can name them too. So Jules has already thrown some out there. Cleberson, Anderson, Fabio, Rafael, Casemiro, Anthony. I got the last 4. Forgot about Cleberson. That's only 6, though. We need 3 more. Two De Silvas, Anderson, Cleberson, Casemiro, Anthony. Who else? Pereira. Yep, there's the other one. Good job. Who else? Yeah, Fabio, Rafael. The preseason period. Oh, there's another one I forgot. Two more I forgot. RSV is on it. Yeah, I forgot about Fred, and I forgot about Alex Tellez. Yeah, good job. Good job. Nice. Tellez. I completely forgot about Tellez. I think, didn't he just win? Where is he at right now? Is he's at like Flamengo, Corinthians, somewhere like that? He just won a league or a tournament or something with them. I can't remember where he is now. Tellez, yep. Yeah, I completely forgot about Tellez. So good call on that one. Possibly, yeah, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Cleverson, yeah, everyone forgot about Cleverson. I can't believe I forgot about Fred. Fred was that's my bad. I'll hold my hands up on that one. Um, but good job, everybody. Yeah, that was a good question. So you guys, yeah, Swansea City, the last match for Sir Alex at Old Trafford. Just want to make sure I get through some of these. So, what is the most points United have accumulated in a 38 game season? What are the most points United have accumulated in a 38 game season? Let me know if you remember that. Possibly didn't make a first team appearance, I don't think, so probably doesn't count. Yeah, it's funny. We have a lot of players who have never made an appearance for us, despite being part of the squad and whatnot. Start getting into some of those little, like some of those ones from like the Preston North End United question were like that. Danny says, hard one, can't remember. Yeah, it's hard. Without cheating and jumping on like FootMob or something, it's hard. Jules, you're close. Jules, you are close. You're getting there. Composed view, close but no cigar. Box is the closest so far. Composed views number 110. So the correct answer, Box was the closest. Correct answer was 91. We got 91 points in the 99-2000 season. Pretty good, right? Not the Centurions, but it's also doesn't have an asterisk next to it, so I'll take that, right? 91 points in the 99-2000 season, and those were some hard seasons. Remember, those was Arsenal and United were pretty much just going blow for blow. Like that Don Fry video. Who's that guy Don Fry was fighting? That big Asian dude, and it was just punch, 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 punch. That was basically just us and Arsenal for a couple of years there. Yeah, you guys were close. You were very, very close. Well, big up. So, the 2003 Champions League final was held at Old Trafford. Which two teams played in it? Yeah, those are some good times. This is why I always consider Arsenal more of a rival than Chelsea, more of a rival than City, because of just what Arsene Wenger did for the league, for football in a lot of ways is why I respect him as a manager. He didn't win as much as it felt like he probably could have, but just those rivalries, the players that we had between both those two teams, just the Keane Vieira stuff. I mean, you can't beat that kind of stuff. Composed View wants to repeat question. The 2003 Champions League final was held at Old Trafford. Which two teams played in it? And we've got some answers already. AC Milan, Juventus, Juve Milan. Yeah, you guys, fun little Italian final, right? That would be cool. I think maybe that's the goal. Maybe someday, it sounds like maybe Sir Jim want to maybe have Champions League host there, maybe have World Cup host there, maybe this new stadium. I think that's the aim. I mean, the Glazers own Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They've had the Super Bowl there recently. They've had WrestleMania there recently. They're making bank just with stuff like that, having their stadium. Tottenham host NFL games and whatnot. We can't really do that at Old Trafford because it'll fall down. I think that's a big part of what Surgeon, they see the potential for the revenue for something like that. The match day tickets, match day concessions, merch, all that stuff, that's the bread and butter for a lot of it. That's because that's week in, week out. So, yeah, the best rivalry in Premier League history. I think that, those 90s, early 2000s, those Arsenal United, man, those were just some straight up slugfest. I enjoyed watching that. The Heat, the Van Nistelrooy penalty, the just all of it. You just can't beat it. It's awesome. I loved it. And Danny agrees. It was great. Yeah, facts. Everybody's agreeing. Nick wants a Manchester final one day. Yeah, we had that. We've had a couple of Manchester derbies and a couple of FA Cup finals recently, and it's evens right now. I think maybe we could, technically in Manchester derbies, right, we've got one up right now. If Amorim can do a double like Ollie did over Pep, because that would be two United managers in like 4 or 5 years that have given Pep like his first like double loss as a manager, right? Because it wasn't Ollie like the first manager to give Pep do the double over Pep, if my memory serves me right. If Amorim can do it too, that would be excellent. MUFC versus Tottenham Europa League final. Oh man, I wouldn't be. Would you be confident in that? Tottenham have our number this year under two different managers, so it all depends on January. Ask me again after January how confident I feel. All right, we're on the last little round of questions here, so we're coming to the end here, guys. Who became the first non-English player to score 5 goals in a single match? For United, by the way, but that's a given, right? Danny B can't even see us getting to the final. Right now, I can't see it because I just don't see where the goals are coming from. I don't see, like, literally teams can just try. They don't even have to try to score. Teams just have to try to get a corner, and they're guaranteed a goal. Their teams are going to have a much easier time not trying to go for the goal, but just trying to get the corner than they are trying to score. Everyone's saying Ollie. No, that was 4 goals. That was 4 goals. Remember, we did that question earlier. He came on 71st, scored 4. It's close, but it is not Ollie. This is the first non-English player to score 5 goals for United in a single match. It wasn't that long ago. It feels like it was that long ago. RSV's got it. It was Berbatov, and it was in the 2010-2011 season. Now, Ollie scored the 4. Berbatov got the 5. So it was Berbatov, the first non-English player to score 5 goals for United in a single match. Bonus, who were our opponents in that game? Now that maybe your memory's been jogged, who do we play? Yeah, it was Berbatov. Who did we play in that game? Who did he score 5 goals against? Yeah, Berbatov. When I think of players who I would classify as silky, Berbatov is definitely one that comes to mind. The dude was just silk. He just oozed composure. It reminds me a lot of Cantona a little bit, but just a little bit more silk than Cantona, if that makes sense. RSV says Blackburn Rovers. Carey says Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, you guys are right. It was against Blackburn. It was 5 goals. It was in 2010, 2011. Good job, everybody. Burba's first touch was unreal. Berbatov, he can still do it too. He's still got the touch. His first touch was a thing of beauty. But you guys are talking about Andy Cole. Why don't we throw in an Andy Cole question? Against which club did Andy Cole score his first goal at Old Trafford? At Old Trafford, not for United, at Old Trafford. Against which club did Andy Cole score his first goal at Old Trafford? Jules is guessing Ipswich. Carrie's guessing Sheffield Wednesday. It's a little bit of a trick question. You got to really pay attention to the question. Again, I'll say the question again for you guys. Against which club did Andy Cole score his first goal at Old Trafford? It is a trick question. Nope, not Newcastle. Are you guys stumped? So Andy Cole. Yeah, Carrie got it. Andy Cole scored his first goal at Old Trafford against Man United. He was playing for Newcastle at the time. So he was playing for Newcastle, scored against Man United. That was his first goal at Old Trafford. A little bit of a trick question. Why not? Some of you are half right. Some of you got the Newcastle part right, but it was for Newcastle against Man United. Fun little question, right? Jules, yeah, I know they are. A couple of them are noodle bakers. I'll give them to you. Yep. In what year did Manchester United win their first FA Cup? In what year did Manchester United win their first FA Cup? It was not 1990. It was not 1940. Sorry, Box. Composed View is back to the I don't knows. That's all right. It's okay. I wouldn't have guessed. I looked them up. It was just it is what it is. Nope, not just under Fergie RSV. In what year did United win their first ever FA Cup? Just period. A lot of people forget. We did exist before Fergie. We've existed for a long time. No idea. 1952. You guys are getting closer, but you're still far off. Carrie's getting colder. So our first FA Cup, we won that in 1909. RSV's getting closer. Yeah, 1909, we won our first FA Cup. That's insane, right? We've won a lot of them. Obviously, we won one last year, which was one of the best FA Cup runs I remember. I think that Liverpool match was probably my favorite match in a while, in a long time. I think before that, it might have been a couple of those City matches under Ollie. Definitely that match against PSG away in the Champions League was one of my better memories. The Barcelona match in the Europa League in 22-23 was a good one too. The one that Anthony came on and scored with his right foot. I told you, Anthony, the goals he's done with his right foot have been like match winning goals. It's insane. Jules did not have that one on VHS. We skipped that. We skipped that one on the VHS. No problem. Yeah, Box, we did win it before we were in at Old Trafford. We were already making history, man. It is what it is. But speaking of history, we'll end on this little fun note. Actually, let's do this. We'll do the next giveaway first. Why not? We'll do the second giveaway, the second Christmas giveaway, and then I will finish up with one last question. So, you guys ready for the giveaway? All right, so as you can see, we got the names on there. I'm going to keep adding more names too as new people keep jumping in the chat. But for now, these are the names that we've had in here. So this giveaway, second bonus one, again, 22-23 home shirt. This is a medium. It is brand new. Remember, this is when we brought back the collar. But this is a medium, brand new. Let's see who we have here winning the giveaway. I'm going to go ahead and spin it, all right? Who wins this one? Oh my goodness. It is Carrie Skates. That is awesome. Carrie, you can see that's totally random. I'm not choosing these. Carrie Skates has won the second giveaway of the night, the second Q&A Christmas giveaway. Congratulations. It's pretty cool to have someone on live who's doing it. That's awesome. Carrie Skates. Good job. Congrats, Carrie, for winning the second giveaway of the night. Carrie says that Barcelona game in the treble season. Yeah, those are some great ones. Congrats, Carrie. Congrats. That's awesome. So, Carrie, what you're going to do is you're going to send your details, whatever you want, wherever you want this shirt sent to UnitedStatesOfUnited@gmail.com. And I'm not going to do anything else with your information. I'm just going to send you the shirt. And hopefully, if you are on Twitter or anything and the shirt arrives, just, take a photo, tag me on there on Twitter, and it'll be awesome. But everyone's showing the love. Carrie, I don't have a problem sending it to wherever you are. I've already sent one to Malaysia for another winner in the past. I don't have a problem with it, but it's completely up to you if you want to donate it. But if we donate it, we're just going to spin the wheel again. But I don't have a problem with it. It isn't about how much it costs for postage or anything. I've sent stuff to like Ireland and stuff in the past. It's really not expensive, but it is completely up to you. But why don't you sleep on it and then let me know on another stream if you really want to donate it. But for now, don't worry about the cost. It's not about that. It's about thanking you guys for helping the channel grow, for helping the community grow, for helping the channel reach 2K. And today it's about Christmas. It's about just blessing everybody on Christmas, right? Danny has a question. How many caps has Anthony for Brazil? Oh no. Spin the wheel, man. I have a large. Would you like the large instead? I have a large. I have that same exact shirt in a large. If you want the large instead, I have it right here. This was the one that some other people won and they haven't got back to me yet. So if you want, you can have the large. You let me know, and we'll do another spin for the medium. But I can give you the large instead. You let me know. 6'3". I'm 6 foot. I wear a medium. The large might fit a little better. It's up to you. Jules has a guess. It's 6 caps for Anthony. I don't know how many caps Anthony has off the top of my head, but I can't imagine it's a lot. Is it? How many is it, Danny? Was that a serious question? Box has a question. Name the 3 Serbians who have played for United. I mean, we all know one, right? He's got an excellent song that is just fun to sing. I actually met him at the airport in Amsterdam on my way to Manchester last year on the way to the on my trip. Nemanja was speaking at an event in downtown Manchester that night, and he was just happened to be on my plane. See? So I did get to hang out with Nemanja Vidic at the airport for a few moments. A lot taller in real life than he looks on the pitch standing next to Rio, but it is Composer says, in addition to Danny's question, where are Anthony's parents from? Jules has answers. Vidic, Tosic, and Logic. Anthony the shapeshifter. Georgic. I mean, I think, Jules, if you just put an the words like the letters IC at the end of random words, I think that you probably are in good shape for getting it right, or at least close, right? And you got 2 of them right. Yep, Matic. Yeah, we all forgot about Matic too. Matic doesn't get as much props as he should. Matic was a very good holding midfielder for us. Really good player. So I have one final question for you guys. It's pretty simple, but might as well just end it on a good positive note for everybody. In what year was Manchester United founded? Now we already add the question of what were we called before we were called Manchester United, but in what year were we founded? Let me know. And that would be the last question for the evening, because I've kept you guys here for over an hour and a half now. I really appreciate everybody getting involved. Carrie, let me know if you do want the large. I do have a large instead of the medium. It is the same exact shirt. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Sorry, it is not the same exact shirt. I thought it was. It is the 21-22 shirt that is the large, but so not the one with the collar. But you can have that one if you'd rather have that one. It is a large. RSV's got it. Jumps right on it. 1878. Yep, and Boxes got it too. Yep, 1878. We were founded as Newton Heath Railyard, the green and gold. And then we played at 2 different stadiums before we played at Old Trafford. If you guys remember that, North Road and Bank Street as well. So yeah, it's fun. You get to learn a lot of little things. If you go on the stadium tour, you'll get to learn a couple different things as well. I have these books behind me. Like some of them, like Jamie Jackson's got a book, Season in the Red. There's The World's Biggest Cash Machine there. I've got a bunch of United history books. If you ever want to learn a little bit more, there's a lot of them out there. Maybe one day I'll do a stream just going through some of these books and maybe recommending them for anyone who's into that kind of stuff. Carrie says, spin the wheel. So what do you guys think? Should we spin the wheel again and do another one? Because Carrie doesn't want the shirt. That's okay, Carrie. We'll forgive you. So Carrie's being generous. We will go ahead and spin the wheel one more time. because Carrie wants to donate it, and we do appreciate that. Nothing wrong with paying it forward, but let me go ahead and bring this up real quick, and then we'll end the night with the one final spin. So let me put this on the screen. So everybody thank Carrie for donating the shirt. And we're going to spin the wheel one more time. And that one is for the medium for the 22-23. So we'll go ahead and spin it. Let's see who wins. I took your name off, Carrie. The winner is Usman. If you guys are, Usman usually jumps on when I do morning streams. I think Usman is another one. I want to say he is in Africa as well. I don't remember off the top of my head though, but I do think so. But congratulations, Usman. You do win the 22-23 home shirt. It is a medium. Let me know where to send it, Usman. I don't have a problem sending it abroad. I really don't. I have no problem with that. But big up, Usman. Congrats. Hit me up, unitedstatesofunited@gmail.com. I will send it to you. Congratulations, everyone. Well done, Carrie. Again, yes, well done, Carrie, for donating. Not a problem. If you guys want, I mean, maybe everybody, if you're comfortable with it, everybody can throw out some of their shirt sizes or whatever and give me a better idea of maybe. I usually just go for mediums and like larges because that just seems to be the most common sizes, but it is what it is. But thank you, Carrie. Got to run. Have a good one. Enjoy your holidays. Yes, thank you, Carrie, and big up, top community member for donating. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Big up, everybody. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your Christmas Eve. I will be back tomorrow to do the match preview for the Wolves match. I have that all keyed up and ready to go, so I will be back for that one. I really do appreciate everybody stopping by tonight, giving up a lot of your time. It's been a blast. A lot of questions, a lot of fun little things. RSV says, do you have any idea on how to get the archives? I am looking forward to the 07, 08, 06, 07 shirt. How to get the archives. Let me know let me know what you mean by that. I can get some old shirts if you want. Jules, thank you for stopping by. Thank you again, everyone in the chat. Big up. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Again, I'm not going to anticipate everyone being here. It is Christmas Eve, but I will be here. If you weren't able to get involved in the live, no problem. We'll maybe do another Q&A in the future, another trivia. But until then, thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Oh, no, I'm not asking you, just asking in general. So you're trying to get a hold of some old shirts. It depends. If you want them you can probably find some on eBay. You can probably find some on like classicfootballshirts.co.uk is another website as well. But look around online. You'll find some. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Danny. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you, guys. Danny, safe travels, man. Keep safe on the road. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I do appreciate that. Merry Christmas to everyone. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. If not, enjoy your holiday. Merry Christmas. And I will see you guys after the Wolves match on Boxing Day. Again, leave a comment on the video if you are interested in maybe doing a watch along for that one. If anyone is interested, I could always swing a watch along for Boxing Day. It's not a problem. But till then, take it easy. I'll be back for the preview. Good night, everybody. Thank you again for stopping by, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later.